Dr. Yelena Balabanova. Get ready to discover the keys to enhance your creativity. Award-winning Steinway artist and inspirational speaker, Dr. Yelena Balabanova is internationally known for her work in creative fields. She is recognized by the National Foundation for Advancement in the Arts for the outstanding artistic achievements of her students. Named the 10 Grands Artist since 2010, Yelena has performed and presented in Australia, Canada, China, Europe, South Africa, and across the United States. As a speaker, she presents highly popular workshops on peak performance, artistry, and creativity. In her quest to develop creativity skills in her students, Dr. Balabanova founded the International Conservatory Studio in 2001, which became so widely popular that now there is a 2-year-long waiting list to enroll. In our high-speed world, can we speed up creativity? When everything is obvious, can we find the unique? Sharing the 4 keys to creativity, let's welcome Dr. Yelena Balabanova.
You just have heard the beginning of George Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue. Can you believe this magnificent piece of music is written using only 7 notes? And those 7 notes are used to write all the music in the world. Not only that, recording industry estimates that those 7 notes have generated $7.7 billion in just 1 year. How is that possible? It's called creativity. Albert Einstein said it best. Creativity is intelligence, having fun. In the next few minutes, we will discover why creativity is needed now more than ever, what is the secret to creativity, and the 4 keys how you can unlock creativity within you. Let's start with why. The World Economic Forum established that in the next 5 years, creativity would be one of the most in-demand skills. Creativity is unique to us, humans. It's a heartbeat of culture, technology, and economy. It expands our perceptions. Would you agree that making something makes us happy? What is the secret to creativity? I often ask students, how does music make you feel? What does it make you think? Kids, younger than 8 years old, immediately jump into stories about hamsters, elephants, thunderstorms, waterfalls, sunshine. They're unstoppable. When I ask older kids, how does music make you feel? The answer is, I don't know. What's happening to our creativity? The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, developed a unique test to measure the creative potential of its rocket scientists. Then the test was open to anyone to participate. The results are in. 98% of us are geniuses when we are kids. When we are 30 and older, only 2% of us are creative. 98%, then life happens. When we are kids, we look at the world with eyes wide open. We live in the moment. We are not afraid that our next creation is not good enough. As we grow up, fear, self-doubt, negative experiences pile up and limit our creative roots. The secret is we are each born with creativity in our brain. It is not a special talent. As we grow up, our creativity takes a nap. We need to wake it up. I thought the secret is in the hair. Einstein, Beethoven, Cher. I wish it was that simple. Raise your hand if you ever tried to play a musical instrument. Wow, you just made my day. Thank you. Music is fun, but sometimes learning is painful. And the most painful part is, wow, you're so right, practice. As I was practicing a song by the greatest romantic composer, Frédéric Chopin, it gave me terrible time. I could not play it right for months, all 22,086 notes of it. Finally, I played it 55 times in a row. After that practice, I could play it correctly and creatively. And this is what it sounds like. Tell me, can athletes become great by only watching the videos of their sport? They go through rigorous physical practice, actual doing. Creativity can also be refreshed, relearned, and retrained, just like any other muscle we have. Would you like to learn how to unlock your creativity? Here are the 4 keys. 1, connection. 2, cause. 3, critique. 4, contribution. How often do you think we need to practice creativity? Only on the days that you eat. The first key, connection. Most of us were taught to think convergently, which means we focus on specific information and exclude everything else. But that blocks our imagination. Every problem has more than one solution. Exploring them is called divergent thinking. Here is an example. What do you think is the hardest part of playing piano? Moving the piano! Doors, hallways, tight corners, it's an obstacle course. What do? Measure a window. Have you seen a piano flying into an open window like a 900-pound butterfly hanging from a construction crane? You can exercise your creativity muscle. Explore divergent thinking. Key number 2, cause. Did you arrive into Denver by airplane? Most of us. Then you know, airplanes are made out of metal. Then somebody had a crazy idea. Let's make airplane out of plastic. Why? The world needs airplanes that is lighter, that can fly faster and further. Fellow travelers, on December 15, 2009, the Dreamliner took its maiden flight. This aircraft is 80% composite materials. It was originally called 7E7. Middle E stands for efficient and environmentally friendly. How do I know that? My husband was on the Dreamliner design team, and we talk at home sometimes. Have you flown from Australia or Asia to United States nonstop? You probably were on the Dreamliner, the most efficient aircraft in the world. This is the second key, cause, finding a need and having a passion for your creation. The third key, critique. Critique. Doesn't this word make you cringe? The only critique I enjoy is the one given to somebody else. I have a confession to make. Many years ago, growing up in Russia, I didn't know how to play piano. I was just a kid with a dream. When I went to college, my teacher looked me straight in the eye and said, "You are not the material. You play like a cow." A cow. That really hurts. Have you had experience like that? When the negative feedback is much louder than positive encouragement? Feeling like you are not good enough? It leaves deep scars. Don't listen to people who push you down. Listen to those who lift you up, who help you grow. Critique is vital to our improvement, to our creative process, but it needs to be helpful and constructive, not destructive. Critique the creation, but not yourself. The key number 4, contribution. Creativity is universal. As you know, today we have people from 143 countries at this conference. Creativity breaks barriers and builds bridges between people from different countries, cultures, and generations. Mark Zuckerberg founded Facebook when he was a college student. Vera Wang founded her famous fashion company when she was 40 years old. Julia Child published her famous French cookbook when she was 50. Harlan Sanders founded Kentucky Fried Chicken, which became an international household name when he was 65 years old. Grandma Moses picked up paintbrush at 75 years old and became American fine arts icon. Release your creation into the world for everyone else to enjoy, whether it's a song, a dreamliner, a software program, or recipe of your favorite dish. Creativity is priceless. It comes from the heart, but channels through the mind. When you create something, you contribute to our world to be a better place. Maya Angelou, a famous poet, said, "You cannot use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have." Does that sound familiar? United Airlines theme song. Today we learned why creativity is needed now more than ever. What is the secret to creativity? And the 4 keys how to unlock the creativity. Creativity is a practice, but it's also fun. It makes us happy, and it's universal. One of the most creative American composers, George Gershwin, almost forgot to write his masterpiece, Rhapsody in Blue. 3 weeks before his performance at the dinner, his brother asked him, "George, the New York Times just made a huge announcement about premiere of your new symphony. I have not heard you working on it." George forgot. He rushed home to start working on his new composition. On his way, he had to take the train. The rhythm of accelerating train, the noise of the big city inspired him. That was his connection. He promised to write the new symphony. That was his cause. He used new rhythms and new harmonies despite heavy critique for doing that. He made his contribution to the world by giving us magnificent Rhapsody in Blue. Keys to creativity are within you.